Dee-doo-dee-dum-dum, dee-doo-dee-dum-dum, dee-doo-dee-dum-dum-dum.
7 little girls sitting in the back seat, hugging and a-kissing with Fred. I said, why don't one of you come up and sit beside me? And this is what the 7 girls said.
All together now, 1, 2, 3. Keep your mind on your drive and keep your hands on the wheel, and keep your snooping eyes on the road ahead. We're having fun, sitting in the back seat, kissing and a-hugging with Fred. Dee-doo-dee-dum-dum, dee-doo-dee-dum, dee-doo-dee-dum-dum-dum.
Drove through the town, drove through the country, showed them how a motor could go.
Good evening, Jingles. It is a good evening, isn't it? How rare it's been to see such an aura of peace settle over this house. What with my son and his friends of late, peace has been a commodity of rare proportions.
The goose that laid the golden egg, Mama M.T. At times she will be plentiful in her giving, but mostly few and far between. Enjoy this while it lasts, for this is but the calm before the storm. Soon, all too soon, this peace you are enjoying will give way, as the eye of the hurricane moves away and...
We are right back in the familiar winds of fate.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
I'll try to enjoy the serenity while it lasts. Speaking of calm, where is my son? That is, my young son. That is, the younger of my sons. I mean, darn these paradoxes.
No worries, Mama M.T. I understand what or who you mean. I get tripped up by them myself. Every time he comes in here, I have to tell myself that he's not the Orville I know, but someone whom I've never met before. It's strange, isn't it? After all we've been through, the guy in the next room is someone we don't know, or at least I don't know. He still is your son, after all.
Yes, but a version of my son I haven't known in several thousand years. I don't remember him at all. The only Orville I know is the same one you do, Jingles. The Orville all about his own wants and desires. The Orville all about himself.
Yeah, which makes what our Orville is doing all the more bizarre, I guess you could say.
Why, what's he doing in the next room?
Using resources from our universe to create a cure for carbuncles.
Well, this Orville is selfless in nature, so creating a cure for any disease wouldn't be out of character for him.
It's just that, well, considering that neither Orville has any hair.
Ah, I see your point now, Jingles. It's difficult to wrap your mind around any version of Orville working on something he couldn't make use for himself.
When I asked him why he was making this cure, do you know what he said to me? His response was, we should never let our own detriments stand in the way of the betterment of those around us.
Ah, that's my boy. Well, at least it was, or is. Anyway, what do you say back to him?
What could I say? I'm not used to Orville being such a man of the people. A jerk, a self-centered egotist, a snob, sure, but a philanthropist? Never.
How has young Orville been acclimating to Waterford, our time, our surroundings? Have you taken him out much yet? It is a lot different from the place we called home so long ago.
Is he ever acclimating? I never heard so many questions. He spent 50 minutes alone asking me questions about ladybugs.
Why so long on ladybugs?
Because I had a lot of trouble explaining why I couldn't produce any gentleman bugs. Then I had a lot of trouble explaining how they could reproduce. So it just kind of spiraled downward from there.
How do you finally get him off the subject?
I took him to the ice cream parlor and bought him some strawberry shortcake.
That's what I always did whenever I wanted to shut him up too, when he was a kid. You adapt quickly, Jingles. It's no wonder that you were given this assignment.
Thank you, Mama M.T. I appreciate your confidence. I hope it is indeed well placed.
I believe it is. Ariel would not have assented to your being here if she did not believe you capable. As for our first assignment, I believe it will be scouring this house from top to bottom, just in case there was anything the older version of my son left behind that could endanger his younger self, prematurely learning the future.
That's fine by me. When do we begin?
Yesterday.
You're meddling, overseer, with my power and that of the giant mutant monster beast, along with your own inherited power, has unleashed a splash amongst the lakes of Waterford, a splash that was never meant to awaken anywhere in Waterford's universe, much less in a land so prevalent with water. Now that the splash has come down and rises again, nature's laws have been reversed, and the splash has grown stronger. Each crashing down of the wave will release a stronger wave. The 7 rivers are all in danger, thanks to you. You've no idea of the chaos you've brought upon creation. Your selfishness has blinded you to all concerns except your own, even to those under your own charge. It is time we end this particular interlude. Orville, if you will lead the charge.
Gladly. This is one mistake I have made that I do not mind admitting to. If only in that it means that when all is said and done, I get the last shot at correcting it.
If that is your desire, be my guest.
If all is said and done as you want it, Orville. Not when. Remember, when we last met, things ended my way, both times, Jason. Never send boys to do men's work.
If that is your best shot, garbage eater, this battle won't last long.
Not everything is as it was last time, it would seem.
Ariel? Ariel, speak to me. Are you all right? Are you all? Ariel?
Sylvester, will you turn that down? I'm on the phone trying to hear the doctor. No, doctor. There's no sign of the original crystal. I've got a good eye for jewelry, and I know for certain that the one that showed up in the hospital is not the same one that I saw around Sylvester's neck when he showed up home the other night. They are two entirely different crystals.
You did only see the original crystal for a little while, Ginny. Isn't it possible you made a mistake?
No, doctor. When it comes to crystals, I could never make that kind of mistake. What Sylvester is wearing right now is an entirely different thing than what he showed up with the other night. I'm certain of that 110%.
Then that just leaves us with the question of what happened to the original.
Just as sure as I am of this being a new crystal, I am equally puzzled as to what happened to the original. I've scoured the house for it, and it's just not here, Doctor. It's vanished into thin air. It's like it was never here.
That crystal is gone. This one shows up out of thin air. Then, Ginny, we've got our other mysteries.
Other mysteries, Doctor?
Sylvester getting so sick. Then, as soon as you put that necklace near him, he's getting better.
Yes, Doctor. There are those, aren't there?
I'm telling you, Ginny, Sylvester's blood now is better than when he left his hometown for Waterford. He's not cured of the HIV virus, but it's in a virtual state of hibernation. He's as healthy as a person with the virus can be, without being actually cured of it. I don't know what the crystal is doing to Sylvester, Ginny, but I'm going to tell you, plead with you, beg you, warn you, make sure Sylvester does not take it off for any reason, not even for a second. Not to shower, not to bathe, not to play. No reason whatsoever. It stays on him, period. All right, Ginny?
Certainly, Doctor.
I'll also be honest with you about this, Ginny. I don't know what triggered Sylvester's collapse either, but, well, we're starting to get similar reports. Just like Sylvester's. The elderly, the very sick, coming in just like Sylvester. Not just like him. Not with the mutation, but it's eerily similar. That's why I'm showing such an interest in his crystal. Something is going on around here, and it has to do with that crystal he showed up with. It's giving him an immunity to something that's going on around here, Ginny. Something that's starting to affect others.
Oh dear, are we?
No, of course not. We're not in any danger. I only bring it up because I want you to keep an eye on Sylvester. I want you to know how important this is, Ginny. Also, it's best not to tempt fate. Leave the crystal on him, and monitor him at all times for any sign of weakness. Otherwise, try to keep his spirits up, and for goodness sake, find out where he was when he went missing, but without distressing him, because stress is the be-all and all for illness. You've got to keep his stress down, but his spirits up.
Of course, Doctor. I'll do all you said. Thank you. Yes, I'll be in touch. Thank you. Goodbye, Doctor.
If you recognize this song, call our station now with the title and you might win a chance to be on our next show.
I know this. I could be on TV. I could. I'm gonna be on TV.
I was told that Mervyn would be back today, and I take people at their word. Perhaps I'm a little too trusting, considering who told me and under what circumstances. Maybe way too trusting. But I've got to wait. This is a matter of pride, of truth, of honor. I've got to find out what's going on. I've simply got to find out why everyone thinks I'm a liar, a hypocrite, and a deceiver. I did nothing wrong. All I did was deliver a eulogy, and all of a sudden I'm public enemy number one. Through no fault of my own, I went from a loving community preacher to Not exactly. At least, not from Earth. On Earth, yeah, now, but not for long. As soon as this engine cools down, I'll be moving along.
Looks like you've been waiting around a while. Up there?
Yeah, up there. For that bald-headed baboon, Captain M.T. He was supposed to signal me when he was done here, and I'm about fed up waiting on that intergalactic space hopper. As soon as this engine cools down enough, I'm going to run my ship through a waterfall, fill her up at the nearest hydrocell port, and leave the good captain to fend for himself as I go on my own merry way. This ship is mine. You hear me? Mine. Not his. Mine. I won it in our last contest slipping coins from 5 miles in space. It's mine. Mine, mine, mine. It's mine.
All right, it's yours. What do I care? No need to spit, man. It just so happens that I've been waiting on someone as well. A chap by the name of Mervyn. You wouldn't happen to know of him, would you?
Mervyn? Yeah, it seems I've heard the captain speak of that raccoon wannabe a few times before. What of him?
Oh, nothing. He just happens to be someone who desecrated my name. That is all. I will not give up until I find him.
Yeah, so what? What's that to do with me?
With a ship like this, I could use a little help in finding Mervyn.
Yeah, well, just so happens I might be able to help yous out a bit.
How so?
Do yous got any kinds of access to... toilet seats?
Maybe...
I've the bottom end in the production of toilet seats, and I knows a guy who will take 'em off my hands if I's got any. If yous can hook me up, I'll help you catch this Mervyn chap.
The local Wally World has all the toilet seats I could ever give this guy. If it's toilet seats you want, it's toilet seats you'll get. Now, how do we start going about finding Mervyn?
With this little device. It's a holographic emitter. With it we can change ourselves, our voices, anything about us, into anything we want. Here, let me show you.
Oh boy, what have I gotten myself into now?
Jason, Ollie, Mervyn, the 3 of you are a danger to yourselves and to the greater good of the universe at large. Part of this is due to your own misjudgment. However, time and tide have been against you for the duration of your lives. I cannot hold your part in this against you. Much. Falling under the spell of the Overseer is as much a fault of your world as it is the Overseer himself. The 3 of you, each of you, deserve another chance at living free lives in the town you call home. Not totally free lives. Not yet, however. You've been under the spell of the Overseer too long to trust on your own, completely, You need a monitor, at least for a time. As you go back to Waterford, you will be assigned to Mama M.T. and to Jingles.
A parole officer and a babysitter.
If you wish. Time chamber. They will be in charge of you. As the victor here, you must obey me. I send you off. Obey their words as if they were my own. If you do not, I will know.
Well, it's about time you guys showed up.
But where's Jason?
Hell's Kitchen, founded, who knows when. Last soul left, who knows when. As far as we know, the place still has souls of the undead roaming it. At least that's what local legend says. Truth is, nobody in your time has the courage to go anywhere near the place, day or night. All the sounds and sights are enough to scare even the bravest of men out of their senses. Back where we're going, though, it's a little different. Way back when, closer to the time when it was founded, or floundered. I'm not sure exactly which. It kind of appeared and disappeared on the same day. Anyway, it's just a spot on a few man-made maps, with some buildings on it. At times a place to get a good meal, maybe some water, lodging for a night. This is not one of those times. Right now it's just a place of heat. Heat, and more heat. No water, no food, no comfort. No laughs, no families. Nothing that would make you think that any joy had ever visited this place at any time. A place truly deserving of its name.
Why is that, Albert?
Drought. A long one. It got bad after a while, so people painted trees on the side of a building one day. Tried to make it seem like there was vegetation.
If there was a drought, where'd they get the water for the paint?
Better not to ask questions such as that in a place like this, Bunson. As the drought went on even longer, those times began to seem, well, like they didn't seem so bad after a while.
You're starting to scare me, Albert.
Good. You should be scared, Bunson. I want you to be scared, because we are not heading into a friendly place. Be on your guard, Bunson, at all times.
Against who, Albert? It doesn't seem like there's anyone around exactly.
Just because there doesn't seem to be, doesn't mean there isn't. The greatest danger is the one you don't know is present.
Where are we, Albert? When are we?
Hell's Kitchen, Texas, Mexico, somewhere along the border. One of those borderland places nobody knows who owns, much less cares. The year is 1890, if that helps any.
What are we here to do?
There's a woman inside that building. You are here to help.
Me? You're not going to help?
I can't. I'm here to advise. For reasons I'll make clear later, I can't intervene much in the time stream. I can only intervene through you. I can suggest things for you to do, but I can do little myself. What's done here is, a lot of it will be up to you, Bunson.
That's just great, Albert. That means most of the risk is mine too, right?
Correct.
At least you're honest. As long as we're in a talkative mood, what exactly am I here to help this woman do?
Go inside and find out.
Just me. You coming?
I'll be along in a minute.
Suit yourself. Honestly, you astral types are hard to figure out.
Hey! Donkeys! No! Never touch a lady's house! These teens without knocking, especially when she's expecting.
Excuse me?
As big as she's up!
That ain't all. Excuse me for a minute, ma'am.
No need to go outside, Bunson. I'm here.
What's going on here, Albert? She's...
Allison Smith, abandoned by her husband, mother-to-be, and currently one of the few residents of Hell's Kitchen.
Not only that, but also very, very drunk.
Yes, she's also very, very drunk.